to show you a video today. I already recorded it and did the hair and everything, but I just wanted to share with you guys a really pretty Easter pastel technique that I used using Pravana. I have photos and I'll explain exactly the colors that I mixed. But this is perfect timing for Easter. It's super pastel. It's almost a technique that I've called neon pastel. So it's a muted neons. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. But it's on my model Kendall, and she's super pretty. And you're seeing these images probably everywhere. Pravana shared it, I think like Modern Salon or Behind the Chair or something. But it's one of my favorite ones, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you have any questions, make sure you comment below and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram. It's at Vivid Artistic Hair Design. Hope you enjoy. Happy Easter. So what you're seeing in Kindles before is what we had to work with. She has very long hair, level 7 virgin area right at the top, just a little bit of regrowth, and then a couple inches of a band of some very golden blonde at the top. The last time she lifted her hair, she did it herself. I think she did pretty good, all things considered. But there's just a few corrective things that I have to do to get the palette as blonde as we need for this really pastel technique that I'm doing. So what I have mixed is Lanza Cream Lightener with 30 Volume and Olaplex. So if you're not familiar with Olaplex, I highly recommend going to the website, olaplex.com, downloading the app. You can just, for your Android or Apple, search for Olaplex and download the app, and then you can be a part of a forum I created, which is HEF, Hairstylist Education Forum, or Olaplex user. So you can find out all the information about the mixing ratio, but the reason I use 30 volume with this lightener is because it's actually a 20. So if it was something to where you had to be even a little bit more delicate, you could use 20, which would make it a 10. If you needed to be more aggressive, use 40, which would make it a 30, so on and so forth. So I'm applying the lightener to not only that inch of virgin regrowth, but I'm going down into that band of that really brassy blonde. The hair towards the top of the head really needs to be addressed, like I said, because of how brassy it is, and it's still in really good condition. So you can really see when I subsection it here, look at that brassy. So I have to get it. I have to hook her up and make sure her hair is really platinum. So I'm just applying as fast as I can, working up towards the top of her front hairline. Excuse me. And then I am going to rinse when we're done. And there you can see. She's a very, very icy platinum blonde. And what I did is use Shades EQ 9V like Violet to tone her to get as white as possible. You can see by using the 9V, her hair is super icy, super, super healthy. I made sure to use the Olaplex Step 2 at the bowl after I rinsed the lightener out. So her hair is just completely healthy, shiny, and in amazing condition. So as far as the palette goes for the colors that I use, in the pink bowl I have Pravana Clear. There I have the Pastel Blissful Blue. That is Too Cute Coral. That is clear with a little bit of magenta. That is silver, and my sneaky trick is a tiny dot of Manic Panic Black to make it really rich and charcoal tone. The yellow is mostly clear with a dot of the Neons Yellow, and the green or the mint is Mystical Myth. So what I'm doing to section her hair is a bit different than what I normally do. Usually I just freeform grab pieces from my chameleon color technique. But I'm using my prismatic, my new technique, which I'm going to explain in an insert after this. It was sort of hard to tell with her blonde hair in this angle, so I grabbed a beat-up looking mannequin I'm about to show you. Hey, I am going to show you actually the technique that I used, or the sectioning that I used for the prismatic technique that's in the video. When I shot it, I didn't have anybody to help me, so I had it propped up on all kinds of books and albums, and it looked like Dr. Seuss with everything about to fall over. So I'm going to show you on this busted, crusted mannequin that I don't even know where she came from, but she's seen better days, bless her heart. Deborah, bless her heart. But she also has dark hair, and what you saw me doing it on was pre-lightened hair, so this should be a little bit easier to see. So when you're sectioning for the prismatic technique, go up in a halo fashion from, I guess, from this point here back in a halo, and you take your first section by use a tail comb or something like the end of a clip, And you take zigzag partings. Let's see if I can do this somewhat not ridiculously. Oh, she needs Olaplex. Look at this poor soul. Anyhow, if you guys can see right here, I just took a zigzag parting, and I do so all the. This is bumming me out. Okay, you guys are getting the gist though. I just want to show you on this darker hair. So you use this zigzag parting all around the back. Let me see if I can actually do it. All up the side to where you meet the other side of the parting in the front. You see how I'm continuing on this zigzag pattern all the way around here. I'm having troubles, technical difficulties. Okay, there you go. So, and then you'll be able to cut this out, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Okay, so you can see the way that I sectioned it, and you can do a smaller section with the same zigzag parting all the way around the head, just so it breaks it up a little bit and you're not using super straight horizontal or vertical partings. This just allows for softness and blend and the flow of the colors blending together basically. So this would be your first section, and then you would do the same thing and try to bricklay it. So don't go like up right there where there's a peak and then down where there's a lower point up. Try to bricklay it to where your peak then comes here and then here, and just the more regular the better. So just go up the top of the head, and then you'll see with Kendall, my model, when I got to the very top, I left a veil of the platinum. So this is a clear explanation of how I took my prismatic sectioning. Hope you guys like it. So after you have your first section of the starburst or the prismatic sectioning that I was talking about, you can grab a rather large section. Yeah, I think you can pretty much use your discretion. If you want it to look more fine or blended, that's completely up to you. But the very first thing I got, there's some clear, and then I'm blending the clear in first because I want to keep as much blonde towards the top of her head that I can. And then I grab the coral, and I'm I'm a big advocate for brushes. I like those Fermara brushes. I absolutely friggin' love when it comes to balayage or root touch-ups or pretty much every other technique. But when I'm blending these fashion colors, I like to get in there with my hands. Wear gloves, of course, because I don't want to get my knurls messed up. So I wear gloves, but I get in there with my hands and I really make sure that the colors are completely saturated. I've found with the last 10 years with me doing this that when I used a brush, there always seemed to be some sort of inconsistencies or hollowness or just not the result that I was after. So I took another section there, and you can see it's a bit smaller than the first one. I am going to end up putting clear towards the top of that blue if I haven't yet, but I have the Blissful Blue that I'm making sure to really, really, really saturate and make sure it's from the mid area all the way down to the end. When I take the different sections as well, some will go up higher, some will go down lower, but the clear is always that buffer. There's the clear there, is always the buffer from her platinum blonde transitioning into whatever color it is. And then you can use your discretion too on coral, blue, mint, pink, and then what frequency or blend of colors that you're using. So, excuse me, I need a lozenge. Every time I'm trying to do this, I keep having to clear my throat. Anyway, I'm leaving it, or else I'll be editing all night and you'll never get to see the video. Okay, that's the last one. So, I am using the pink right there, and then from this angle, again, I had to do this myself. You're currently seeing my camera propped up on 4 albums, a foil box, a rollabout, and I think a brush to make it the right angle. So I'm sorry about the angle. I think this pretty much illustrates what I'm doing, but I'm just taking these different sections, going around, and in this one, you'll see what it looks like when I'm done. I picked all the different colors. I also left that veil out that I was talking about on the very top, and then I left random sections of blonde out as well. And there you'll see the finished result of the application. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Have a great Easter, and I will see you soon.